Hi everyone, this is Caroline Speaks the State of Our World on Wednesday, April 6th, 2022. So what is it? Good, bad, or indifferent? All three. Alright. Major headlines. Washington Post video journalist captures Ukrainian stories as Russian forces leave parts of Ukraine. Russians get out of Ukraine. And back from Kabul, Afghanistan, women's delegation urges the U.S. and Europe to unfreeze Afghan funds amid humanitarian crisis. I agree with that. Some minor headlines. Zelensky blasts UN for failing to stop Russian atrocities in Ukraine. I agree. Russia denies killing civilians in Bucha, accuses Ukraine of spreading propaganda. Russia is lying. U.S. pledges $100 million to Ukraine to buy more Javelin missiles as war enters new phase. Somehow there's always money for weapons, but no money for healthcare, like the package we're trying to get through for additional coronavirus relief for vaccines and etc. But Congress won't pass it, but they'll agree to spend the money on the war. They're under the thumb of the defense contractors. Okay. General Mark Milley says Ukraine war will be very protracted conflict lasting years. That's great. And aid groups warn West Africa faces worst food crisis in a decade. That's great. And what countries are in West Africa? I don't know, but it's a bad situation. Now, Human Rights Watch says Malian and Russian forces summarily executed 300 million detained men in their effort to uh, conquer armed Islamist groups. I don't know. I don't understand. Um, Oklahoma lawmakers approve near total ban on abortions. That's nice. I don't understand. Uh, uh, and there's no exception for rape or incest. Wow. Okay. Well, I hope it'll be overturned. Colorado governor signs Reproductive Health Equity Act. Okay, it's quite a difference between Oklahoma and Colorado. Thank you. And Obama and Biden reunite at White House to mark 12 years of Affordable Care Act. Thank you, President Obama and President Biden. GOP threatens to block coronavirus 19 aid bill over Title 42. Title 42 is being ended so people can seek asylum without waiting in Mexico. I don't know, but this new aid package doesn't provide funding for other countries. So it's very bad. We want to stop the virus, we have to help everybody to fight it. Okay. Biden administration extends pandemic pause on student loan debt. Good. House January 6th committee interviews Ivanka Trump. What did she say? Anything interesting? Yep. Okay. We'll find out eventually what she says. U.S. approves $95 million in military aid for Taiwan as Australia and the United Kingdom develop supersonic hypersonic missiles. Uh, Australia, United Kingdom, and U.S. So they're making more missiles, more counter China militarily. Okay, war, and war. Okay, protests escalate in Peru over rising prices and curfews. Okay, I hope they'll get that resolved. The poor people of Latin America. First, Starbucks in New York City unionizes as CEO claims company is being assaulted by organizing efforts. No, they're just trying to get good working conditions and good wages. Okay. Uh, Peggy Bellecourt, co-founder of American Indian Movement, passes away at age 78. Her and her husband started this American Indian Movement, or AIM, in 1968 with Clyde Bellecourt, her husband, and others. She was born to an Indian Native American mother and a Japanese American father in 1944 during World War II. And her parents separated after her birth to prevent her from being sent to a U.S. internment camp in World War II. Thank you. Okay. Now, 19-month-old Gazan baby dies after Israel refused to allow her to leave for treatment. 19 months old, lives in Gaza. She waited 5 months for Israeli authorities to give her approval to leave Gaza for medical treatment. She was diagnosed last year with a hole in her heart. Her family had booked medical appointments for her in Jerusalem in December and February, but she was forced to miss both because her family's request to leave Gaza was under review. That's great. So the Israeli government has killed a baby. That's great. Okay, Ukraine's government says Russia's massacre in Bucha is the likely tip of the iceberg. Russia denies troops massacred civilians in Ukraine despite mounting evidence of the Russian troops massacring civilians. Okay, so we'll see what happens there. Alright, a lot of news, bad news, good news. Alright, how about a little music to lighten the mood? Okay, why don't we sing Hey there, Georgie girl, walking down the street so fancy-free. No one you meet would ever see the loneliness there inside you. Hey there, Georgie girl, why do all the boys just pass you by? Could it be you just don't try, or is it the clothes you wear? You're always window shopping, but never stopping to buy. So shed those dowdy feathers and fly a little bit. Hey there, Georgie girl, there's another Georgie deep inside. Bring out all the love you hide, and oh, what a change there'd be. The world would see a new Georgie girl. Okay, that was Georgie Girl, written by Tom Springfield and the Springfield Folk Group. It was recorded by the Seekers, and it was also recorded by Dusty, his sister, who also went on to become an international singing star. Okay, thank you for joining us this evening of Wednesday, April 6, 2022, for another meeting of Carolyn Speaks State of Her World. Hope you're back again tomorrow evening. Take care of yourself and others, wear a mask, practice social distancing. When the vaccine is available for you, so if you take it, I would take it. I had mine on May 27th of last year, now I'm looking for a booster. Thank you. Stay safe. Take care of yourself and others. And remember, kindness goes a long way. Kindness goes a very long way. Thank you. Good night.